South Park has finally gone too far and audiences are tuning out. No, it's not about the vulgarities. No, it's not about the profanities. It's something else indeed. Today, we'll show you the statistics that prove Trey Parker and Matt Stone have become what they always feared. Ladies and gentlemen, we are geared to give you the news ahead of the drive-by going extinct dinosaur media with their jumbo pencils and the reports that come out of the woke fields of journalism. As we get ready to dive in today, consider clicking the like button. We'll get underway. South Park losing viewers in a bad way, at least according to Google Trends. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard and take a look at this out of USA Today by Brendan Morrow, not Tom Morrow, if you get the joke. South Park escalates the battle royale with El Trumpo in brutal new episode. Now, they were already way out there, and I'll just give you the thesis of this, and we're going to back it up with statistics. South Park has gone too far. And I'm not telling you that as some sort of ninny or, some puritanical person who can't handle South Park. There are some things that South Park does that I don't like, and there's some things that I think are really funny that probably offend others. I can take the whole basket of what South Park is, and that's fine. What I'm going to talk about is they've gone too far in that they are now obsessed in a way they've never been before with anybody, with Trump, and it's affecting them. We'll show it. So South Park headed to Washington for its latest spoof of the Trump administration. Every single week now, that is what this is. The Comedy Central series new episode, Sycophancy, which aired on August 20th, continued a season-long thread of mocking President Donald Trump and depicting him in a romantic relationship with Satan. In the episode, scenes at the White House show a long line of guests, including Apple CEO Tim Cook, lining up to meet with the Trumpster and inflate his ego by presenting him with a gift, heaping him with over-the-top praise, and reassuring him about his physical endowment. Later, Meta CEO Mark Zuckerberg is also seen bringing a gift to Trump, who verbally berates him. Okay, now, folks, NSFW, if you're seeing it on your screen, don't show it to the kids. I won't read it out loud because this channel, we keep it clean. But the Daily Beast has this title that says, Donald Trump's stuff of a small variety, according to South Park, pops back up in new South Park slapdown. Now, I'm not going to play it. Again, I'm not going to, but this is what they're doing. South Park struck another low blow at President Donald Trump in its latest episode, Wednesday, once again making fun of, things. Trump's alleged small stuff was a consistent joke throughout Wednesday night's episode and referenced in numerous scenes. So here's what I'm going to say about this, okay? And South Park can make fun of anybody and everybody, and I encourage them to do so. I want them to make fun of anybody and everybody. I don't want them to become Stephen Colbert, and they are becoming that. Never in the history of South Park have they devoted an entire season to one political opponent. And it's clear at this point, Trump is their opponent. They're obsessed with the man, and it's affecting them. We won't hear about this in the mainstream media yet. We might not hear about it for a long time until they have to admit it. Paramount Skydance should keep an eye on this. This is the Google Trends for South Park. Now, again, I got to be crystal clear about this. South Park can make fun of whoever and whatever they want to. Freedom of speech and have at it. And I encourage them to mock whoever they want to. Go for it. But the obsession with one person, which mirrors what we've seen in other dying media brands, this is a complete 180 from what South Park has been in the past when they have been going after everyone all the time. Now it's one man. And look at these trends, folks. When South Park first came out on July 23rd, I believe, by the 25th, they had peaked in the searches, and now it's gotten old. They're at 20% in terms of searches, and these searches matter because what is Google measuring with Google Trends? It's measuring people that are actually searching to watch it and other stuff too. But a large part of this is people, trying to find it. They're running at 20% of where they were at their peak. And that peak was just a few weeks ago. People are getting tired of this. People don't like any show being obsessed with TDS. South Park's there now. Michelle, your thoughts?
My thoughts are whoever the boss is over them, I'm making a phone call immediately and they're going to be told no more. Just point blank, no more, move on. You've done it. We're not doing this anymore. It doesn't work. People don't like it. And we're not going to ruin an otherwise successful show because you guys are obsessed with something that isn't popular to make fun of. It's no different than, say, a comic that tries a new joke and it falls flat. Do they just keep trying that same joke that no one laughs at? No, they get the hint that this, this doesn't work, and they do something else. And that's what Paramount needs to do, because Paramount has been one of, in my opinions, well, I was happy with their Duffer Brother get, because I think they've been a better studio, and they do allow some freedom and creativity, and that's all wonderful and great. But when you can show a clear sign like you just showed, or the graph you had, then no, we're not doing this anymore from a business standpoint.
Michelle, the other thing too is, if South Park wants to have a big audience, and one would assume they do, right? And I think that Trey Parker, I believe he truly cares about the legacy of this show and what it's been about, which has been libertarian free speech and going after everybody. And in grotesque ways, very often, that are offensive when they're going after something that you find to be not the sort of thing that should have that aimed at it. But I don't understand why Trey Parker is willing to sacrifice South Park, his baby, for TDS. And the issue with South Park is, if I want this, I can go to Jimmy Kimmel. I can go to Stephen Colbert. I can go to MSNBC. I can go to CNN. I can go to Joe Scarborough. I can go to John Oliver. I can go to Jon Stewart. The reason I'm saying so many of these and I keep going is because, just so people know, I can get this 24 hours a day fed into my ultra liberal veins. They have something special going after everybody, and they're giving up the special.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's what TDS does to people. It's taken down a lot. They might be next if they don't quickly pivot. They need to pivot, in the words of friends, and move away from this.
Yeah, they're turning into smelly cat. Andy, I'd like you to respond to this one from Ace for 5. Matt and Trey have become what they hate, talking about South Park now being obsessed with one side. And it is, just like Michelle was saying, it's damaging them. If we look at this graph right here, this is the Google searches. They're coming down. People were, look at how excited people were. That's what that chart represents, is excitement. Look how excited people were. South Park's back. South Park's back. And it's going down, down, down.
Well, that was the thing with South Park. You never knew what they were going to lampoon. Now you do. You can tune in. You can
every week. What a great point. What a great point.
It's funny. We can't see what would happen if they did this the other way around. Let's say they started making jokes about somebody else on the other side. But that's never happened anywhere. It's always been a one-sided thing and pointing to one direction, starting back in the Bush days when he just didn't fight back. He never said anything backwards. So it just became, oh, look, we have free reign. We can punch the crap out of this side, and they don't say anything back. So we don't know what it would look like if you had, I believe it would be equally as distasteful and uninteresting, because nothing's more boring than an echo chamber. It's you sit there with like-minded people, you all agree with everything, and I want to have a little bit of back and forth. There's ways to look at things and say, all right, you're a little bit right, I'm a little bit right, or correct, I guess I should say. But they don't do that. They don't entertain that at all. And them falling into this trap, despite the overwhelming evidence to the contrary that this works, should give them pause, unless they think they're too big to fail because they're special, but they're not.
You know what? As I look at this chart, Andy, I am so appreciative of the point you made. It had not occurred to me that part of what this is not just the politicization. It's the boredom. So imagine in the second episode, okay, because in the first episode, they introduced that Trump is, in a relationship with Satan. All right. Imagine in the second episode that you found out that Joe Biden was the former jilted lover, and that Satan has had him put into a special home, if you get my drift.
Right.
That this chart would be exploding still upwards, because nobody would know where this is going, and everybody's getting made fun of, and everybody's corrupt, and you could love Trump, or you can love Biden, or you can hate either one, but everybody, this excitement would be through the roof, because people wouldn't know what's coming from week to week. They've weakened the show because they can't get out of the way of having a good show. What a point, Andy.
Maybe they think that it's funny, but apparently nobody else does.
It's diminishing, and what we're going to get, I'll tell you this, the articles out there, they're going to focus in on the first 2 weeks ratings, maybe the third week, and then they're going to stop talking about it. That's how it'll play out.
Yeah. Well,
Vash, come on now. You've been. That was about 3 pregnant pauses of me saying, "Well, here goes Vash." You're thinking about something deep, sir. You even got into the thinking man pose. What are you going to say?
It's really interesting because I've heard comedians talk about it all the time. It's like, yeah, okay, you can have a Trump punchline or two, but you can't make it your whole act. It's. I mean, I've heard from a lot of comedians, it's just a cheap form of comedy. And so, yeah, okay, it works a couple times. And look, Trey Parker, Matt Stone, they're going to go ahead and make fun of everybody, and that's great. It's fantastic. But when you really focus in and hone in on one particular character or arc in the way they're doing this right here, it gets played out. And I think Andy's completely right. If there's no spontaneity, if there's no intrigue from pointing the finger at all types of people all the time, then why necessarily watch? As you made the point, Pro, earlier, it's like I can get TDS jokes from a range of different places. It's not really what I went to South Park for. The South Park, not only to make fun of Trump, but to make fun of everybody in the process.
I want them to make fun of Trump. I want them to make fun of JD Vance. I want them to make fun of everybody. Everybody involved. Go at it. But I want to make fun of the other side too. And it's not from the standpoint of what I want ideologically or what I want, from a partisan standpoint. I want this chart to go up because they got Colbert's money. Everybody listen to this again. CBS canceled, Paramount Skydance canceled Colbert. And they gave that money to Trey Parker and Matt Stone at South Park. That's what happened. They have Colbert's money. I want them to succeed. And they're doing the Colbert thing. And the Colbert thing fails. I don't want South Park to become Colbert. Or as culture might tell me, I've got to say, Colbert.
Or Sherbert. I mean, same thing.
They're going to lose their gerbs, culture. They're going to lose their gerbs.
Yeah, no, and I think everybody already hit on the correct points. I think we're at a point now where they need to pivot. They have plenty of time. They've been getting every other normal show. Have you guys noticed that they take a day off or what would normally be the next episode off? They're taking a full week between, or I guess 2 weeks between at this point. So they have plenty of time to write new cogent material. They just are not. And I just hope they return to a balance that also goes after some of the weird issues. Like, let's say they go after Cracker Barrel. What do you think about that? Cracker Barrel. Yeah, I think they'd be great. Maybe put some rainbow flags up in their version of a new Cracker Barrel, and I think that'd be good.
We want them to go after everybody. That's successful. I'm literally saying, guys, we want you to win. We know the strategy. It's not going to either side. It's making everybody the target of your jokes. Jonas, you're no joke. I'll give you the final word on all of this.
I'm not really a South Park fan. I used to watch it when I was in high school.
I'm shocked.
The greatest change that I would recommend for them is make things people want to talk about on a regular basis. The funny thing is we're not really describing the episode and whether it was funny. And even in the case of,
I can't, Jonas. It's too lewd for me to say on YouTube. It won't. I can't do it.
That's the limit there, isn't it?
How about Vienna sausages? Orange Man and Vienna sausages. That's the episode.
All right. Well, I haven't heard anybody talk about the joke online, so I'm going to say that it didn't hit even on the shock value.
Yeah.
So,
because it dulls out over time.
Right. And they're very talented and they're very clever writers. Right.
They're geniuses.
I wish them well in whatever they do. And, I hope they find, I don't know. I'm in a spot where if South Park disappeared tomorrow, first of all, the TV stations and the streaming services would have everything they need to keep this on forever because it's been on for 100 years. So it's fine. It had its run. If they want to be relevant, they have to go after everyone because
come on, Jonas. I need to still be on the air. I like being on the air. I like having new episodes.
The best thing that they ever had was being shocking and not being predictable. And if they're predictable, well, That's not funny anymore. It's Jay Leno in the last few years when they wanted him to move on from the Monica Lewinsky jokes.
Well, for those who say we should not, we shouldn't criticize them, I'll just say this. I would not criticize them unless I cared. And I would not, I would say that once they went after Family Guy and some of the other shows criticizing their writing, and I agree with their criticisms, right? I totally agree with Family Guy being a very lazy way to write a show. Successful, but lazy. This is lazy. Go after everybody. Buy into your brand and what you were. Don't become another place for TDS. Nobody's buying it. Nobody wants it. It's too much. We're tired of it. It's dull. It's boring. Goodbye. See you later. Screw you guys.
I'm going home.
Put this baby to bed. This video is over. Turn off the lights, but not quite yet, folks, because we do ask one final thing before we say goodbye. And that is, would you consider clicking the like button? Share, subscribe, click it and stick it to those algorithms. It is the notification bell, and drop a comment down below. Also greatly appreciated. Anytime you would like to share this out on your favorite social media platforms, well, we would love that. And we'd also love to hear your thoughts. Folks, drop a comment down below and use that beautiful mind of yours. If you would not mind, we'd love to know what you're thinking. Also, if you would like to become a member of the channel, it's as simple as clicking the join button. It is the price of a soda per month, and you'll gain access to all kinds of new, cool, exclusive information. Folks, until the next time we have the honor of spending time with you, keep learning, keep growing, and as always, keep having fun.
Jump into the water!
Why listen to music made by people and companies who really don't like you? Check out Vacation Radio today and prepare for all new content made by the people behind the WDW Pro Channel. It's the place you need for all the music. That should be fun.
So I give them cannonball. Yeah!
Hundreds of songs, every genre you can imagine. Listen live on YouTube and enjoy a set list that's always sunny. It's Vacation Radio. What are you waiting for? Every WDW Pro video has a link to Vacation Radio in the video description. Try it out and subscribe today.